Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is episode number 2 of What's Good with the Tank with me, Mr.Po, and for those who join this series of videos for the first time, we are discussing some of the finest aquascapes on social media from different enthusiasts and analyze them, see what's good in here and why, and maybe, if you ask my opinion, I'd say maybe I could, tweak something or make something of my own. So how I would do this, so I also answer this question as well. Well, these posts are taken from Instagram, they are saved for inspiration, etc. So I hope that these content creators don't mind if I just, showcase this post. I think that they would be, okay with that because, it's kind of like we really appreciate them. This is nothing but appreciation for their work, for their passion in the hobby, and we can learn from these people. So thank you very much for sharing this content. Thank you. So let's go and take a look at those nice aquascapes right now. So I already collected some of those on my Instagram profile, and this collection is called inspiring aquascapes, because when you look at them, it's kind of amazing to witness those creations made by fellow hobbyists, much more probably experienced than me, and from the point of view of fish keeping, from the point of view of aquascaping. So let's take a look at the first one. So we have this Fluval Flex. If you hear it for the first time, it's one of those really nice and unusual, I'd say, aquariums made, presets made available to the public, and basically a budget one. And you can create a lot of things with it. George Farmer posted this on his YouTube as well. Well, this is one of those very nice examples. It's probably a low-tech aquarium because you see we have Limnophila, we have some floating plants typical for low-tech aquascaping, also some ferns that are also typical for low-tech aquascaping because these plants are not very demanding, they do not require a lot of fertilization, a lot of light. So this is probably a low-tech setup, and it's kind of look amazing because take a look at those pieces of wood that stick out in slightly different directions, but at the same time they have their own unified flow to this point. Well, and these plants fill up nicely, so as soon as they reach a little bit the height of somewhere here, it would look even better because it's kind of like triangular composition almost. There is somehow maybe V-shaped composition because this hardscape structure, it looks to the left, and the plants, if they grow a little bit more, they will look to the right, so you have this V-shaped thing happening. Well, what I would do differently, maybe if I had this tank, I would probably increase the height of this wood, maybe even upwards to this point, by adding more stones, or maybe raising the substrate level. But this already looks good, so anyway, nice. Okay, we have here, it's kind of obvious it's a high-tech setup because plants do not grow in low-tech like this, right? So we have I don't know what we have. It's probably Alternanthera here on the left and on the right, and bunch of epiphytes, anubias and ferns on the wood probably. And you see the wood is almost invisible already because everything has grown up nicely, and just the piece sticks out of the water. And take a look at the water line, almost like full, a high-tech, not a budget light probably. And the same aquarium. This is to my shame, I don't remember this, but this looks very, very familiar. Well, anyway, I will overlay it. I always forget the brands, to be honest. I only remember ABA and Aquascape and Oase, but the rest, unfortunately, sometimes I forget. So, and you see a lot of stem plants in the background, a nice carpet, everything has grown up, so this tank is mature. And this looks a little bit reminiscent of Dutch aquarium, though it's not a conventional Dutch aquarium. Probably something between Dutch style and island style, because it's obviously an island here, but at the same time we have Dutch vibes because the plants are kind of sorted out here in such, you see, in such kind of islands. So we have a hybrid style, and also for the Dutch style they're such big, you know, a hardscape is not typical, so it's sort of a hybrid, and it's really great. What I will do differently here? Well, nothing, I guess. I mean, like, if I had this aquarium I would be very, very happy, you know, just happy, you see. So I would probably, you know what, I would probably I don't know, if this piece of wood here, if there is any piece, I would probably, you know, trim it and make it more visible. I don't know, and maybe I would plant a little island of Alternanthera somewhere here, because, you know, having such almost symmetrical and even number of bunches of Alternanthera, it makes it a little bit, you know, kind of, if there was another bunch of Alternanthera somewhere, I don't know, maybe here or I don't know where else, maybe it would look a little bit more balanced. I don't know, but it's just my opinion. Other than that, this is just perfect for me, you know, and for everybody else, I guess. Okay, this one is also Optivite glass, rather thick, also a nice, probably RGB you know, light. Well, and this is a classic triangular composition. Take a look. Triangular composition, really nice. This has grown up nicely. This is Heliocaris, probably. So maybe we could trim it a little bit, but on the other hand, it's kind of like cool when it glides on the surface like that, like Vallisneria, you know, but it's a little bit more gentle than Vallisneria, you know, thinner, etc. We have a lot of epiphyte plants here, growing up nicely, especially in the shadows, you know, epiphytes love shadows more, they grow a little bit more. So some moss we see, some nice fish. So nothing fancy in terms of fish here, and the centerpiece fish, one of those aquariums that have, you know, like kind of shoaling fish somewhere, and also one really beautiful centerpiece fish here, this Epistogramma and this corycats. Wow, nice corycat fish, they look funny. So I like this aquarium, and with this white background, it breathes, you know, it's kind of like very light. Which you know, which is a great, you know, for relaxing, etc. So, and you see this contrast between the light and these dark spaces here. So classic composition, classic triangle composition, and you see a lot of details as well. The stones, you know, on the finest substrate are really great. So wow. Yeah, if you say what would I change here, I do not have any suggestions. It's just so great to see this hardscape being taken by plants, growing up nicely, and those details and the choice of fish. Wow. This one, it's kind of like, you know, it's getting a little bit wild probably, which I like. You see the carpet, maybe it's a little bit new, I don't know, because it's kind of patches, you see, patchy. Well, and I really like when, you know, when aquascapers let the plants do what they want to do. It's sort of, you know, nice looking, a little bit wild, a little bit more natural probably. And what I always liked about wood, when it sticks out like that, you know, almost like an islandy style, you know what I'm saying? So, and pearlweed we have some more plants. Some maybe low-tech plants in here in the background. Pogostemon, wow, and this is CO2 tank, by the way, guys. Yes, because, you know, carpet, you cannot grow a carpet without CO2. You can, but it will look different. So it's kind of like, you know, maybe it's in the middle of getting mature, probably, this tank, or maybe it's mature already, but maybe it had some trimming, I don't know. Not necessarily in the background, because the background plants are growing more and more, and I think that the owner lets these, you know, plants do what they want to do. It means like to take over maybe someplace in the aquarium. I like the style. I like how the the wood, you know, protrudes, you know, penetrates probably through the plants. It has such an effect, and it's an instant impact, and a lot of dynamics here we see with the plant growth, with this wood, you know, looking in different directions but not in symmetrical way. So it makes you you know, it makes you feel closer to the nature in this, with these aquariums. And it's kind of like, it has this kind of ADA classic vibe, you know, of 90s, etc, etc. So really nice tank, really nice, great aquascape, and also the great you know, light. Yes, definitely, yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys for watching this video, and I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. So we will take a look at other aquariums as well later, and thanks to all the content creators on Instagram who post this wonderful stuff for us to be inspired to enjoy and to learn something new. Big shout out to everybody, stay safe, and see you next time then.